Hello and welcome to our daily news program broadcast daily from Hanoi. Our top stories right now.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng visits doctors in Hanoi on the occasion of Vietnamese Doctors' Day. The Vietnamese Embassy in Australia hosts a ceremony in Canberra to mark the 40th anniversary of Vietnam-Australia diplomatic ties. Văn miếu Quốc tử giám in Hanoi received certificate recognizing it as a special national heritage.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng visited doctors at the Case Hospital and the National Hospital of Pediatrics in Hanoi on February 26th. The visits were made on the occasion of 50th anniversary of Vietnamese Doctors' Day.
During the visits, Trọng affirmed that the Vietnamese Party and state regard public health care as an important strategic task. Doctors' Day is a chance for all people to honor and express their gratitude to doctors. He lauded generations of medical staff for overcoming difficulties, providing health checkups and treatment to people, and engaging in scientific research and training. Trọng said he hopes Vietnamese doctors will follow President Ho Chi Minh's teachings and strive to build a modern medical profession meeting the aspirations of the people. As a national leading cancer hospital, the 1,000-bed K hospital is always filled to capacity as the number of patients rises by 5 to 10% per annum. Meanwhile, the National Hospital of Pediatrics boasts 1,250 beds and over 1,600 medical staff. Last year, it offered health checkups to 700,000 children and treatment to 60,000.
President Trương Tấn Sang on February 25th hosted a reception in Hanoi for visiting Brunei Minister of Energy Perhin Jasmine.
President Sang applauded the results of a working session between the Brunei delegation and the Vietnam National Petroleum Group to realize their cooperation agreements. He said the results will further strengthen the two countries' economic ties. He spoke highly of Brunei's ASEAN presidency and said the two countries can intensify cooperation in the fields of agriculture, forestry, and fishery. Jasmine said his visit to Vietnam aims to realize the START agreements of the two countries' leaders, especially in oil and gas cooperation. Regarding the working session with Petro Vietnam, he affirmed that the two sides reached a consensus to upgrade their relationship.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc is on a working visit to Laos to enhance bilateral cooperation. On February 25th, he was received by General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party and President Chumalay Season in southern Aptapi province.
At the reception, Phúc affirmed that Vietnam always prioritizes the consolidation and strengthening the traditional friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation with Laos. He said he will direct Vietnam's ministries, departments, and localities to actively implement cooperative agreements in economics, education, training, and security defense with the Laos side for the further development of the two countries' relations. Season appreciated Vietnamese businesses' investment in Laos and expressed hope that they will focus on finishing key and large-scale projects in Laos, as well as expand their operations to disadvantaged provinces in the country. Within the framework of his visit, Phúc also attended the inauguration ceremony of several works funded by Hoàng Anh Gia Lai Corporation and the groundbreaking for the office building of the Laos-Vietnam Joint Venture Bank branch in Attapeu province.
The Vietnamese Embassy in Australia held a ceremony to mark the 40th anniversary of the Vietnam-Australia diplomatic ties in Canberra on February 25th.
Addressing the event, Vietnamese ambassador to Australia Hoàng Vĩnh Thành affirmed that since the establishment of bilateral diplomatic ties in 1973, the relations between Vietnam and Australia have seen positive development in various fields, including politics, economics, security, defense, and education.
The relationship has flourished in both width and depth after the two countries established the Comprehensive Partnership in 2009. High-level exchanges and dialogues over the past time have further deepened bilateral political and security cooperation.
Australian Parliament Deputy Secretary of Foreign Affairs and Trade Peter Varghese stressed the importance of ties with Vietnam, a fact included in the Australia in the Asian Century White Paper.
I think we've already shown that we're able to build the relationship across many fronts, whether it's the economic, trade and investment relationship or the defence and security relationship, development assistance cooperation, the education relationship. These are all very important elements.
Australia is now the 8th largest trade partner and the 18th biggest foreign investor in Vietnam.
Foreign Minister Pham Binh Minh has attended the ongoing 22nd meeting of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. In his speech delivered on February 25th, the minister affirmed the Vietnamese government's consistent policy of ensuring human rights on the basis of the understanding that human rights are universal values.
At the meeting, Minh underlined the country's policies and laws designed to protect human rights, as well as its achievements, especially in economic growth, poverty reduction, which contribute to ensuring the people's fundamental rights in all fields.
Vietnam is still a developing country facing the lingering impacts of wars, the current effects of economic difficulties, and striving to build a state ruled by law. Vietnam, therefore, has to deal with many challenges in the field of human rights and is poised to work even harder in order to protect people's economic, social, civil, and political rights. Vietnam is committed to active, constructive, and responsible participation in the work of the Council with the aim of enhancing its effectiveness, transparency, impartiality, balance, and promoting dialogue and cooperation among member states on human rights.
The United Nations Human Rights Council's Treaty meeting has drawn the participation of high-ranking delegates from 76 countries.
A delegation of businesses from Japan and the Republic of Korea visited southern Binh province on February 25th to study its investment environment and seek cooperation opportunities with local partners.
Receiving the guests, the Provincial People's Committee Chairman Lê Thanh Cung affirmed that in its investment attraction policy, Binh always attaches special importance to the Japan and Republic of Korea markets. He said the province pledges to create all conditions, especially in infrastructure, for investors. The businesses operating in the fields of finance, infrastructure, electronics, and education made fact-finding tours of the My Phuoc Industrial Zone and the Binh Duong New City project. They expressed their wish to cooperate with the province in developing a project on training Japanese and Korean languages for local people. On January 2013, Binh Duong attracted nearly $90 million in foreign investment, including 9 newly licensed projects.
The historic Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám, the Temple of Literature and the Imperial Academy in Hanoi, has received certificates recognizing the site as a special national heritage and is attested still as World Documentary Heritage. The certificate award ceremony took place on February 25th.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân and a representative from UNESCO presented the certificates to Hanoi authorities and the Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám Center for Cultural and Scientific Activities. Speaking at the event, Deputy Prime Minister Nhân said the Hanoi authorities and people will have their own ways to help the Vietnamese young people to understand deeply about the Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám and the nation's tradition of stewardship. This is also a chance for scientists, cultural managers, and international friends to exchange experience in protecting and promoting the value of the relic, he said. The Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám complex was recognized as a special national heritage site last October. The attitude stele, the stone slabs inscribed with the names of the laureates in court exams held from the 15th to the 18th century of the complex were recognized as part of the World Documentary Heritage by UNESCO in March 2010. Built in 2017 as a Confucian temple, the temple served as the country's first university, educating royalty, mandarins, and other members of the elite.
That's all we have for today. I'm Ngọc Hà and the rest of the team. We thank you always for being with us and see you next time.